I'm here with Janice Mineer, who is a gingerbread expert, and she's got a children's book coming out called Gingerbread from the Heart. Is that right?
That's right.
And Janice came all the way down from Montana to be with us today, so I'm very honored to have her here and excited to learn how to make gingerbread houses not from prepackaged gingerbread boxes, right?
Right. Well, you get a chance to smell the aroma of the gingerbread baking
already
and smell
just
it in the dough form.
It smells good right here. But we're going to quickly go through. We don't have time to do the whole thing. But just so you know, the website has the recipes for the gingerbread and for the royal icing. Tell us your website, Janice.
www.gingerbreadfromtheheart.com.
Okay, well, let's get busy and make some gingerbread so we can do this. I'm excited.
Okay, we'll talk about the dough first. Okay. You need a recipe that will bake up nice and crispy and hard, because if you get a gingerbread cookie recipe that's soft and lovely and chewy to eat, it will not make a very good gingerbread house.
So chill it? Is that helps
you
it
can
to
chill
roll
it, or
out
you can even freeze it ahead of time and then leave it in the fridge for a while. Okay.
And so I get to roll it out.
You roll it out on the cookie sheet, and you put it right on the cookie sheet, because if you had to roll it out on the counter and then shovel it up with a spatula or something, it would become misshapen, and then you wouldn't have a nice wall for the gingerbread house.
Pretty thin with this, right?
About 1/4 inch thin. And you can make a pattern. We have a pattern here. You can make your own, or you can get more on the internet. It's basically a square or rectangle with a triangle on top.
And how long does this bake?
It takes about 10 minutes at 375.
Great.
Smells wonderful.
We have so much to do. It does smell good.
We'll talk about frosting for just a minute. You want to use royal frosting. I talk to a lot of people who say that their house fell apart, and that's easily cured. They're like 4 little things that, if you know about gingerbread houses, you have a successful experience and you have a lot of fun. And that's one of them, is to use royal frosting.
It's not the best to eat, but it's like glue, right?
That's right. It's like cement, dry as hard as a brick.
It is edible, but it's not the kind of thing you want to put on your cookies or decorate your cake with.
And you can make it using dehydrated egg whites, or you can use raw eggs if you want to, a raw eggs recipe. But it's the eggs that make it really dry, hard, and your house holds together. Good. And when you're working with it, you want to keep a damp towel over it so that it doesn't dry out, because it will get crusty on the top.
Yes, it will, and then it makes it hard to work with. Okay, so a wet towel.
Now, you can decorate your pieces before you assemble the house if you want to. It's a little easier because you're working on a flat surface. You can mark off where you want a door to be, for example, and you can just use dots the whole way. This one, of course, will not have an open door. Or you could get a star pattern tip if you want to. One thing you need to remember is you don't need a special tip to do this. You can take freezer bags, and you can go on, you can put a wreath here if you wanted to, or line out a window. You know, don't forget the doorknob. You can't get in the house if you don't have a doorknob.
Well, Janice has some cute examples we're going to show in a few minutes. So let's do one more quick thing, and then we'll go to break and come back.
We'll talk about foundations for just a minute. You want your foundation to be rigid, because if it flexes at all, then your house will pop off of it. You don't want that. So double layer of cardboard wrapped in some foil of some kind if you want to.
It's really festive, the silver.
It is. It's pretty. And now this one has a hole in the middle, because if you want your house to be lighted, then you need to put the hole in before you put the house up. And you can put Christmas lights in there, any kind of cool Christmas light that's low temp to put in there is good. And then you can put something like a bead or hot glue something here, so that it actually is off the table enough that your cords can run underneath it.
So smart, so smart. Well, we are going to go quickly to a quick break, and when we come back, we're actually going to put the house together, and Janice is going to show us how to make it stand, and then we get to decorate. So stay tuned and come back. We'll be back in just a minute. Thanks. That is such a great idea. Welcome back. We're in the Thermidor kitchen, and we're with Janice Mineer, our cookbook author and gingerbread expert, and we are going to put together a gingerbread house now. So here we go.
Right. This could be a tricky part, but if you know what the secret
tips, which is why she's here today,
then it's much easier. There's the end piece that we have. And you pipe along some royal frosting along the edge. It's my philosophy that a perfect gingerbread house would look like a toy, or it would look plastic or something.
It wouldn't look homemade.
It wouldn't look homemade. It has to look a little bit like somebody had fun making it. Now here's a little trick here. You put a soup can on either side of it so that it stays up.
It's the weight.
While you put the other pieces together.
That is so brilliant.
And then we're going to put frosting along the bottom of the wall. And you notice this has the windows cut out. And then you want to kind of smush it in. You have to feel it. You can't just tap it on there. You have to smush it in so that it plants on there.
Give it a
And then you put another can over here.
Now we have some pictures of some of Janice's beautiful gingerbread houses.
This is a little house. It was a prize-winning house in a contest and had made little characters out of rolled fondant. So this is an 8-foot-tall gingerbread house that we made. I spearheaded the event. It was a fundraiser for the Ronald McDonald House in Missoula. I designed it. We put cookies all over it, candy all over it. We had a wonderful time.
How fun, 8-foot house.
And one thing to remember when you're working with children is to allow yourself to allow them to have fun, and don't worry about the result too much. It's the memory that you're making that's the most important thing.
Well, we don't have a lot of time left, so let's see quickly how you're going to do this.
One thing you want to remember when you're doing a roof with shingles is you put a row on, and then the next row is lapping over the first row. And it's nice to vary your color. You can do this same technique with little cookies, anything that's flat. Cereal is a wonderful idea. There are all kinds of flat cereals that look great for shingles, so you do that. And if you don't want to do that, you can actually just take a tip and put scallops on your house.
Yes.
And you basically just make a half circle that goes like this. And again, don't worry too much about being perfect. And then the next one, of course, would come along the same way where it drops down over the layer below it. And then if you want icicles, you can make a dot and then just pull off the dot a little bit, and it makes icicles that come down. If you put a little bit of carob syrup in your frosting, it will make longer icicles.
We could do it at the end and do that.
And then can we look at this other big one?
Yes, I want to show this really quickly. This one you made on a little glass plate.
That's right. This one I wanted to talk about. Did this come
all the way down from Missoula?
It made it all the way.
Wow,
we drove carefully. You'll notice that this is an ice cream cone that's been frosted with frosting, makes a beautiful tree. This coconut makes wonderful snow.
It does.
Chocolate
it's
chimney. And fences are awesome. If you can make a fence out of, these are, of course, Hershey Kisses, and pretzels make wonderful little fences. You just put a row of frosting down there and put the pretzels all along it. It makes a cute fence. So go in your store, look at the products that they have, go down the cereal aisle, and pick things that have wonderful shape, color, and texture.
And go to our website, www.kjazz.com, and Janice's link will be there for her website. She's got all of the information, all of the stuff you need, and her book will be out next year. So have so much fun and make gingerbreads with your kids and create these amazing memories. And thank you so much for coming on. I loved having you here today.
Have a great time.
Thanks. We'll be back in a few minutes with the next part of our show.